All right, aloha, friends. I'm Brian Gossett. This is another episode of Game Time with the Goss. Hopefully, you're enjoying your Friday morning. Today's guest is Gabi Ashcraft, the volleyball star from Rockwall. I guess we can call you a Rockwall graduate officially, right?
Yes, sir.
Just graduated from Rockwall just a couple weeks ago, and less than a week from now, going to go to Palm Beach Atlantic University in West Palm Beach, Florida. Just it's less than a week away. Talk about your emotions. Kind of heading down there to college, but sort of leaving early. Nervousness, excitement. What's going on?
A little bit of everything. Like I'm so excited to go down there and like for all the opportunities that are down there for me, but also very nervous to leave. I've lived here like my entire life, so to leave here is very nerve-wracking, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, you're not the first one to enroll early. You see a lot of football players do that. Just talk about that decision to graduate a semester early and leave early for college.
It was really to help like Palm Beach Atlantic. They had asked me to come early because they had two setters and one was a grad student, so she graduated, and so now for the spring they're left with one setter, so they asked me to come early to like fulfill that second setter role. And so when they asked me, like I wanted to like jump on the opportunity because I felt like they wouldn't ask me if it wasn't necessary or like, and that's what I wanted to do. And so yeah, just kind of like everything worked out. And then my school like let me graduate early and everything was really easy. And so I was just like, I felt like that was a good choice that I had made.
Yeah,
So,
you get a jump start early in the spring and
mhm.
be around the team more as you prepare for the fall of 2024. But so you committed in March. Just talk about your recruiting process and ultimately why you picked Palm Beach Atlantic.
So I was looking at all like southern schools, like I don't really want to go up north or anything. And so I was looking at a couple schools in Texas and like North Carolina. And then I found I was talking to Coach Walters about West Palm Beach and he invited me down there. And so when I went down there, it was just like I was just going as one of the schools I was touring. Like I didn't have like when I went there, it wasn't like I'm going here for sure because I was just keeping my options open. Obviously, like I think that's what most people do. And then I went down there and I just like fell in love with like the city, the atmosphere, and they were one of the schools that would let me do nursing while I was playing volleyball, which that was a big part of a school that I wanted to go to. And just the like when I went down there, it was very like the community was very like inclusive. Like I met a couple of the girls and they acted like we were best friends like 5 minutes later. And that's just like the type of people that I want to be surrounded with. And so I just like everything like it checked like every single box that I had. And so when Coach Walters offered me, I just like I couldn't not say yes because it like was a perfect fit. So
Yeah, I mean, pretty normal answer for most athletes. Perfect. They like the campus, the girls, the coaching, the city. But how much, you're right on the beach. How much did that play a factor?
I mean, that was a pretty big factor. Like you can literally walk like 5 to 10 minutes to the beach and it's gorgeous. So that was pretty big.
Let me give the full introduction here again. Gabi Ashcraft from Rockwall Volleyball, three-year starter for the volleyball team. And with 31 and 11 record this season, that's a new school record in wins. Went to the regional quarterfinals. Rockwall winning district for the fifth consecutive season. And Gabi was District 10 6A MVP after posting a career high 1,325 assists. She went over 2,800 assists for her career. and in 3 years as a starter, going 36-0 in district play. Just how impressive is that to go undefeated during your time in district?
I definitely like did not expect it. Like surely one year like we would like accidentally like lose a game, like it's
Yeah.
hard to be like perfect through district, but it's pretty cool that I can say that I never lost a district game. But
Just what will you remember most about this senior season?
definitely just like hmm, I would just say like the girls and like the friendship because like I've played with those girls like a lot of them since like middle school or even like YMCA volleyball. So this like last season was super like special for us. And so like just playing with them and like doing like pretty well like we did, it was just like I was like satisfied with how the season ended because I was with those people.
About how many seniors do you remember was on the team?
We had 9 players and then 1 manager. So
Okay. So you guys are Rockwall is graduating quite a few players. But I'm sure they'll be fine. They trying to go for their 6th straight district championship.
yeah,
Uh, what's take we'll go back, your volleyball days. When did you start playing volleyball?
I started playing volleyball when I was like 7 or 8 at the YMCA. And then I started playing club when I was 11.
Now, were you just playing volleyball or were you playing multiple sports at the time?
When I was playing at the YMCA, I was playing like all the sports, like soccer, basketball, like all those. But then I think when I switched to playing club volleyball, I only played volleyball.
And what was it about volleyball at an early age that stood out to you?
I just like I don't know. I just fell in love with it more than the other sports. Like I don't like soccer, I didn't like it being outside. And then basketball, it was too rough and I did not like it. So then volleyball was like perfect because like I don't know. It just fit my criteria of what I like and don't like.
And did you start off, I imagine that when you first start off, everyone's hitting and probably digging, but
Mhm.
when did you kind of realize you could set?
So I was always like up until my 15th year, I like set and hit. Um, and then 15th year, everybody started getting like super tall, and then I did not get like crazy tall.
You
So
didn't get
I
the memo.
uh, so I decided, well, and coaches decided that I would just set only. But my 11s coach, I had the same coach. I played at Texas Assault. So I had the same coach like 13, wait, 11, 12, 13s there. And he just like, it's what he says, like, just like my leadership, like that he could tell, like he wanted me to be in the setting position because he felt like that's where he wanted like my leadership and vocal ability, like that kind of stuff to come from, like that position. So
And then at what point did you start thinking about college volleyball?
um I mean, with the whole recruiting process, like I knew I wanted to play college volleyball. I just didn't like I think this happens or some people it happens to some people, but like I didn't even know like what to do or like anything and if colleges would want me or like any of that. And so then I just started reaching out to colleges, I think 14s, 15s year, whenever you can do it. And then I started getting responses and then that made me like firm in my decision of like, yes, I want to play. Like I never really questioned if I wanted to play or college or not. Like I always have. So
Now at Palm Beach, I mean, being on the beach, um, there's got to be a beach team, right?
Hmm.
And did you ever do beach, or was there no desire to go to do beach over there?
Yeah, I did beach I think my 12 and 13's year, I went to or 12 and 14's year, I went to beach nationals. So I did beach for a while, but then I just stopped because it was too much to do indoor and beach for me.
Right. Um, okay, so then you mentioned you are going to do nursing.
Mhm.
Talk about that and what made you decide on that major.
So I always knew that I wanted to do something like kids, like either teaching or something in pediatrics. Like it was always teaching or something in the medical field. Um, and then my junior year, I was in this like dual credit class, writing class, and we had to pick a topic and write about it the entire year. And so I picked pediatric oncology because that's like a something that I would want to do. And I like studied it the entire year and wrote like so many like pages about it. And then I just like fell in love with it. So then when I was going for schools, that's what made me want to see if I could do nursing and do volleyball because I decided that like pediatric oncology is what I want to do. So
And kind of jumping ahead, but would you plan on coming back to Texas and DFW to be a nurse, or just are you open to wherever?
I'm open to wherever. I mean, I'm not sure. I would definitely come back because there are a lot of like cancer research hospitals here.
Yeah,
Um, but I don't know.
just whatever
I would,
comes up, right?
yeah.
Um, Going back to the season again, Rockwall Yellow Jackets here, 31 and 11, 12 and 0 in district. Just kind of take me through the season. I mean, that August first month, you guys are playing in some of the toughest tournaments and toughest teams, but you kind of, you're hanging around, some of the top teams in the area in 6A, and then obviously going through district and then playoffs. Just talk about the season. Obviously, probably there's bumps in the road for everyone, but what was that first month like?
It was definitely just like a learning process because like we had a couple new people and we were just all trying to like mesh together. But I think like the most important thing like that we learned was that like even if we lose to the teams, it's like how we lose. Like some of those games we lost against like really good teams, but it was like 25-23 and like we fought really hard and like it's nothing to be mad about or like feel down about because I felt like that happened a lot. Um but it's also like a confidence booster to know that we can hang with like the top teams in Texas and like even some days beat them. Like that was confidence booster for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you open the season. I mean, two losses to open the season, but against Frisco Wakeland, who went to the regionals in 5A. McKinney
Mhm.
Boyd, which for the longest time was the number one team in 6A here in DFW. But then Prosper. You beat Prosper, who 6A semifinalist, and Allen. I mean, it's all these playoff teams. Um, just how much of playing those top teams just help you get ready for district and go win an undefeated district championship.
It definitely makes districts seem like easy. Like we definitely had to like tell ourselves like because sometimes like I think this is all teams like they play down to the other team's level and we would sometimes do that in like points in the game and we would just have to tell ourselves like we have to play like we did against Prosper Allen like that's the team we want to be all the time. And so because in district it's kind of easy to fall back down to just playing easier, I guess, than we would against those higher level teams.
And I'm guessing in district, I mean, the top rival's got to be Heath,
Hmm.
and then probably maybe Royce City.
Yeah.
Um, I have an idea of what the football's like, but what's the rivalry like on the court with Rockwall Heath?
It's definitely because we've all grown up together. Because we're like right beside each other, and like they all played at like we all played YMCA together and like club together before. So it's definitely like very intense, and like the stands are usually filled. Like everybody, it's a big rivalry. Like, so it's
Uh,
fun.
I mean, you know most of those girls.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yes.
do they ever? Are there other seniors in your class that just like mad because they couldn't get one on you during your 3 years?
Yeah, there are some that like, oh, we want to beat Rockwall, but yeah, they they definitely wish that they had beaten us sometime. But
Is there a game that stands out, like a favorite game this season
like in district or just,
overall? I mean, like that first Prosper win or something in tournament play or even district.
I mean, I would say the Prosper, or even though the Allen one, I think we won 3-1 or 3, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think we,
you beat Allen twice. I'm guessing that's the Rockwall your Rockwall tournament.
yes.
And then you beat Allen again, which probably looks like non-district play at the end of August. But you 2-0 against Allen this
Yeah.
season.
That was because I feel like in the years before we have really struggled to beat them, or we've lost to them several times. So I think those wins, and then at our Heath game, we were down 2-0. We like started the game off really bad, and then we had a reverse sweep against them. So that was really good.
Yeah, the second round of district, October 17th.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, just looking at the schedule, you guys, not many long losing streaks, so it's very sort of balanced. Not sure. I'm guessing. Did you go to Volleypalooza?
Yes.
Okay, so this is Volleypalooza. Is that a tradition? Have you gone all 3 years, or this first time, or?
We've gone all 3 years.
Okay. So like, some of the top teams, of course, uh, Bridgeland is the one that won 6A, right?
Yeah.
The Woodlands, who made a deep run last year, Lake Travis, the three losses there, but to some of the best teams. I haven't been to Volleypalooza, but what is that tournament like? I know it's probably pretty a wild scene.
It's just like very competitive. Like I think every team there is like knows they're good, and they know that they can, everybody has the potential to beat everybody on any day. And so it's very like competitive atmosphere, and like it's just good volleyball. Like you're not watching a game that's a bad game. So
And I gotta take it back. Grand Oaks is the one that won state, not Bridgeland, but Bridgeland got knocked out by Grand Oaks in the playoffs. Um, and then just a couple more questions here. You have you smashed your career high in assists for a season with over 1,300. Just what was the biggest difference this year?
um I mean, this year I ran a 5-1 the majority of the season. So that definitely helped. And then just our hitters, I just felt like they put every single one of them would put the ball away whenever I set them. So it was very easy for me to get assists, I feel like, because they were just scoring left and right, I feel like, in most games. So
And then I don't know when you're told that you won the district MVP, what's racing through your mind?
I was shocked because I felt like I don't know, just in the years past, I feel like most, like, outside hitters are,
Usually
what they
setter,
were
obvious setter of the year, and you give a
mhm,
hitter MVP. So
right. So when I heard that, I was very shocked, but I was very thankful, and I was very, proud to earn that, so it was exciting for me.
and then last one is just you mentioned the volleyball team, but just overall, um, talk about Rockwall High School and what's it like to be a yellow jacket, and what will you miss about Rockwall?
It's just, a fun place to be, everybody there is very, uplifting and very, supportive in everything you do, our principal is at, every single volleyball game, he sent a couple of the seniors, individual letters saying how proud he was of them and their success this year and where they're gonna go to college, and so, just, the personalization of the school, I feel like, to each person and player, that's very, I don't know, it just feels good to know that you're, recognized by somebody, I think, and for the teachers and administrative staff to do that, I think it's pretty cool. And it's just a fun place to be. We say jacket fight never dies, and it's just the spirit, our spirit never dies. We're always going, we're always supporting other sports and just it's just a big family and it's really fun to be a part of. So
Awesome. Well, one, we appreciate your time here on Game Time with the Goss. Two, it was fun to keep up with uh, with what was going on with yourself and all your stats. And I know you ended up being on our all area team, and uh, somewhere in the top five in assists. So great season, and it was always fun to keep up with you.
yes, thank you for everything this season. I really appreciate it.
Awesome, and we wish you best of luck there as you get ready to move into Palm Beach Atlantic. Uh,
Thank you.
don't forget that you still have to study. I know the beach is right there. I guess you could study on the beach, but
Yes, I plan on studying on the beach.
awesome, awesome. All right, that's Gabby Ashcraft, uh, Rockwall graduate, and she's been enrolling to Palm Beach Atlantic here the next week. Congrats again on all your success, Gabby. We wish you the best of luck and a happy new year.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for tuning in. That's Game Time with the Goss. I'm Brian Gossett. Check us out on YouTube. Enjoy your holidays, be safe, and we'll see you next time.